Liberty. Welcome everyone to BigGunner81 Live. We're back, presented by Applied Arsenal Finishes, BAT Arms LLC, Eggleston Munitions, the Range at 355, and of course, the Tier 1 Training Corp. Welcome everyone back again. I'm sorry we were gone for a couple weeks here, dealing with some family issues. Basically, sum it up. That's the simplest way to put it. Yes, dealing with family issues. Those of you who were watching the Facebook feed and everything, my father passed away a week ago. So, not the happiest way to start a show, but I want to let you all know that we're all back. Just dealing with that. But tonight we've got a lot of good people here with us. Of course, I'll kind of go on my screen the way I see you all. Tony Salas is in the house.
Hey, everybody.
Thanks for hanging out, Tony. You actually shot the USPSA match this weekend with me that we're going to talk about in a little while. And Dr. Bill, we haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, so glad to be back, man, between illnesses and all kinds of stuff going on and then you being out. But again, like I said, Rick, you have my condolences, and we're just glad you're back.
Yeah, so you're feeling better too?
Yeah, I had a very bad sinus infection that wound up going into my right eye, and I was walking around with an eye patch for about 2 weeks, a.k.a. Moishe Dayan, and anybody who knows the famous Israeli general. This eye was covered, and I'm good now. Good to go.
Cool. And Jesse Watson. Sponsored by Edible Optics. I see it on your shirt. So, hey, man, I'm glad to have you back out here with us again. I know we've been trying, and it's been like, yeah, Piano, can't make it, that kind of thing, but it is what it is. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Of course, Ryan Wiggins, how's the beard doing?
Yo, good. I don't know. You want to see what's underneath?
No, not really.
My internet just froze up.
Sorry for your loss, brother. It's good to have you back. Oh, looks like Rick is frozen. So let's we can hijack the show.
Yes. Sweet. Let's move on.
Did he introduce everyone? Thomas, did he bring you in?
No, he didn't bring Tom in yet.
I'm Thomas.
Right. Thomas is here with us. He's a nobody. You're a somebody, dude.
And
You're
Tony.
our friend. All right.
Tony's over there too.
I will say, Ryan, I saw that video of you with that Annabelle Optics scope. That's some nice stuff there they're putting out.
The Adaball 1-8?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cool scope, man. Jesse's we just brought Jesse on board with Team Adaball about 2 weeks ago, which I'm pretty stoked about. She's a cool dude. But yeah, man, he's putting out some good stuff. If you've been following him for the past 2 years or so, you would know that he started, he came out with like little cheaper optics, little red dots and stuff, and he basically was working out of his house and running the company, and now he's moving up into Japanese-made high-end glass and Chinese-made competitive market products at a reasonable prices. So it's pretty exciting to watch.
Now, my question about that scope for the two of you, and obviously anybody else, throw that in. If you are so inclined, is that strictly a AR-15 piece of glass, or can we put that on an AR-10?
No, you can totally use it on AR-10, man. It's a 1-to-8 power scope.
Right, that's what I thought.
Second focal plane. It's not designed for making 1,000-yard shots and being a I don't know. What do you call them? Space shuttle door gunner, tactical, but
no.
It is a really effective.
I flew the aircraft. I didn't shoot the guns on the side, Ryan. I flew the aircraft.
Well,
I'm looking for something 600 yards to put on a 20-inch barrel AR-10 counter sniper that I'm building with the Franklin Armory binary firing system.
Yeah, if you don't need a first focal plane to get all mathematical and stuff, then I'd totally suggest it. But a lot of the guys that are trying to make, one shot, one kill and be designated marksmen, they want to get all first focal plane and be precise on the math. It's a little bit tricky to do with a second focal plane optic.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So I'm actually back technically right now. Sorry about that with the intro. I'm having problems with the internet here.
You're back, but you're sideways.
Yeah, you're sideways.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
You know what? It's how I'm holding my phone. Sorry, I couldn't really see my picture on there.
And now you're right side up, sonny boy.
I'm gonna go all crooked on you guys. So it is what it is.
Chicago South Side filming.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Somebody went there. I wasn't going to go there. Somebody went there.
So sorry about that with this whole video thing. That kind of sucks right now. I was going to play the video from this match coming up that we just did this past weekend. But for some reason our internet's like totally out right now, and it's gonna now it's coming back. So I might have some interruptions between this. I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. So it's much better on the PC than it is on my phone doing this.
Talk about the match, man. Tell us about the match.
Yes, thank you for bringing me back on topic. I appreciate that.
You're
So,
welcome.
so Tony was there with me. It was the USPSA match that I shot. And that's why I was going to show you all the video, but fortunately, it's not really going to work out too well. And let's see, where do we start with it? Sorry, I'm distracted because I'm trying to reload this page to try to get back on here so I can show you this. There we go. All right. Now I should be back where you guys can see me. Hopefully my internet doesn't drop out again.
Yeah.
Is what it is. So, yes, I shot. As many of you know, I've shot 3-gun a bunch of times, practical rifle, things like that. I've shot a couple pistol matches, but they were indoors, and there was like only two stages at each one of those events. So I've only shot like 4 actual stages, I would say, off the top of my head, at a indoor match like that. So going to do the USPSA match, not really much different really than doing the 3-gun, just like Joe Nixon said, without just basically doing the same thing without 2 big guns. So it was still a lot of fun, just kind of something a little different for me anyway, in just some respects. The scoring's different. Tony can kind of explain that better than I can probably.
No, I can't.
Double Alpha Charlie Beta, I don't know, whatever, 2 mics.
I got an app on my phone for hit factor, man. I still don't get it.
Yeah, I think that math is just like way too much to remember.
The basic way to remember it, points per second.
You don't need to remember it. Just aim for the A zone and go fast. You're good.
Yeah, just shoot the A zone and you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, Rick was a little thrown off when I said it was 2 rounds per target.
So with that though, you have to get 2 shots no matter what in the A zone, correct?
No.
Really? You only have to get 1 shot? Really? Because I know I've had a few A zones.
You can get A zone's going to give you more points, obviously, but you still got the B, C zones and stuff. You can hit and get less points.
Yeah, no, but if you get 1 A zone, you're good to go. Really?
No.
No, dude.
No.
Power factor comes into play. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff, man. And you got power factor too.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jesse.
You shoot 9 or do you shoot 40?
I'm shooting 9s.
Well, we shot production, so everybody was minor.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're not shooting production, if you shoot limited, you're at a huge disadvantage if you're shooting 9mm because you're shooting minor class or minor power factor, I mean. And so you have to shoot more A's than somebody who shoots major power factor. So someone shooting like a 40.
Right.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, Rick, if you're shooting a 40 caliber and you get an A zone and a B zone, or let's see, an A zone and what would be a good example, Jesse? An A zone and a C zone.
A and C, yeah. A and C.
So if you get an A and C zone, and I'm shooting a minor and I get 2 A's, I think that's the same points.
It's pretty close.
So
the C zone and D zone are 1 point less for minor. So instead of 4 for C, it's 3.
Okay. I don't shoot a whole lot of USPSA. It's not really my thing, so I don't have it memorized. No. I apologize. I go out and I use it as practice for 3-gun.
I just want to go and shoot stuff and try to get faster at it and shoot it a little more accurate.
Yeah, there you go.
So I don't know if you guys are all seeing this now. This is what I was trying to show earlier. Hopefully my internet doesn't kick out again.
We see it.
This is stage 1, which actually was the second stage I shot that day.
Is that a classifier?
It's a classifier. I was going super slow, missing my mags because I'm not used to the gear yet.
It's all right, dude.
Shooting left-handed, that was I've done that a couple times, but I don't do it enough.
I hate that.
Who shoots offhand enough? Honestly.
I don't have a problem with left-handed. I don't know what you're talking about.
And by the way, this is the picture-in-picture stuff that we were kind of talking about a little bit, like you were doing the thing with the drone there, Ryan, and your first-person perspective versus the drone and all that.
Yeah.
Laura actually filmed this for me, the other portion, the other camera angle, which is nice of her to help out with big time.
Shooting a SIG?
Yeah, I'm shooting my 226.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's the only thing I really. Well, I shouldn't say that. Now I have that Rock Island Armory Map 1 that's like a Tankfolio or a CZ clone or whatever. I just bought that actually from them. So I'm looking forward to using that. I gotta get some mags for it and some gear to be able to use it. Basically, I was thinking, hey, Laura likes it. She might eventually get into this kind of stuff with me. So, it's an
Well,
investment.
even better that she has a gun that she can defend herself with, Rick.
That's a very valid point too, and that's something else. We want to find something, for her for that. But even so, this can fit the bill in the meantime too.
And I think that's something we need to talk about as guys. If our women are going to get into this with us, or at least willing to be to defend themselves, there's a thing about helping your woman choose a gun. Okay, and
Sure.
we had an issue because my wife has carpal tunnel and arthritis. We had an issue getting her a semi-automatic that she could operate and function correctly. And you mentioned the Tankfolio. She has the Tankfolio Witness Pavona, which is basically the same thing as the regular Witness, except there's a special recoil spring that's much lighter than a normal recoil spring. Let me put it like that.
Okay.
And that's her 9.
Well, I've noticed that too. Like, depending on who it is that's using it, and I'll use my mother for an example. She was asking me, we're talking about pistols and so forth, and she's like, "Oh, I want a small pistol." I go, "Mom, you realize, a small pistol's lighter. It's going to have more recoil to it,
and it's going to be harder to maneuver. It's going to be harder to operate."
Exactly. And I'm like, well, can you have trouble cycling the slide on my Glock 19 or any of them? So I mean, really. At this point, I'm thinking maybe like a revolver or something for her because, she's older, has arthritis, and has difficulty racking a slide on most things.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Well, that's why my wife's a revolver gal, but Tankfolio's a semi. And I would recommend it. It's a great gun. It's under $500. They 13-1 for the compact or 17-1 for the full. My wife has the compact.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I was going to mention
like this, man. I mean, I used to deal with this all the time in the retail environment. A lot of older people and women can't pull back the slide on a gun. I mean, when you get into the higher echelon, I guess you could say, of competitive shooting, guys, they're always trying to shoot cream puffs out of their guns. Barely make power factor and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take like a 9mm 1911 or 9mm STI and load it down with like minimum power factor stuff, you can really run a light spring on that thing to where it slides back like butter. You can get a 5-year-old to pull that thing back. But if you give them like a Glock 19, is it a compact pistol? That's not going to be easy to rack back. You know what I'm saying?
Or a 26 or a 43. They're going to have problems
going to be
with it.
some of the hardest guns to rack back.
Absolutely.
My wife has the exact same issue. She's my age. She's 29 years old. She has absolutely.
I think I froze again.
No.
Rick's going down.
Keep going.
Start bailing water, dude.
My wife has the exact same issue. She has zero experience with firearms other than what she shot with me. And so, I'm telling her, hey, if it comes down to it, if you're home and I'm not, somebody kicks in the door, either grab the shotgun or grab the AR because we know that you can rack those. But
that's a good point.
It's gonna come down to it one of these days. We're looking at the Ruger LCR or something like that.
Dude, those are so hard to rack back.
That's hard to operate because my wife has trouble with heavy duty double action also. So that would be hard for somebody with hand trouble to operate, except for the hammered version. The hammerless version is going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
I'm a Ruger fanboy, so I know all this stuff. I've shot all these guns, courtesy of Ruger. I'm right over the mountain from Prescott. So the one good thing about American companies is that I think that they work harder to solve these problems for potential customers. I don't see, I don't see Walther doing that. Well, they make great guns, but I don't see Walther doing that. For
example, their CCP, their Walther CCP, is actually gas assisted and is
that's the only one.
Back.
That's the only one.
So I would say they actually did kind of do that because they actually have a gas assist with it, and it's deemed the easiest one to pull back. So
I've seen a couple of those gas assisted pistols before for repairs.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying that they're great. I'm just saying that they're really easy to pull back.
Right. No, you're right. You're right. It's just not something you want to put 20,000 rounds through.
No, I wouldn't say so either. They're comfortable though. They're really ergonomic.
Yeah, I like those Walther, those new Walther polymer frames. They've been popping out for the past 5 years or so.
Yeah, that
they're
PPS.
Really comfy. My hand smiles.
Oh, mine too. I really like the PPS. That one's probably one of my favorites. They're single stack 9mm.
I like the PPQ M2, and a couple of years ago, Walther did a big thing at SHOT Show, and we were handling we went over to the range at Vegas, and we were shooting the PPQ M2 22s, and they gave us like 500 rounds each to shoot the guns, and I was like, I don't need to shoot more than 200 rounds to this gun. I know it's a good gun. You know, you're wasting your ammo, dude. Have somebody else shoot.
So
somebody hands me a gun with 500 rounds and says go nuts. I'm just gonna go nuts.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to get to the next event. That was the thing.
You know, speaking of that, one of the best things we did this year, highlights of my 2016, besides SHOT Show, obviously that was probably the tip of it, or the peak of it. But the next thing would be, speaking of the ammo, is American Defense Manufacturing. They invited us up to go shoot some full autos with them, MP5 and an actual full auto M4. That was fun, a lot of fun.
Nice. And SHOT Show 17 is going to be even better, Rick.
Yes, it is. Got the hotel booked. We're actually working on our flights right now to figure that out. So I'm stoked about it. I'm looking forward to it. I have a lot of companies to cover ground with, especially with the 50 States of AR-15 project that we're working on. There's a lot of people to see, you know. And speaking of that, when I say there's a lot, oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't even see my YouTube chat, by the way. I just got a comment about that. I'll have to see if we got some stuff going on there. Yeah, there's companies that you don't even know about. I mean, it's very interesting how that all works. What I mean by that is,
you find out about a new company every year.
For example, I had someone the other day tell me.
Oh no, Rick just froze again.
Yeah.
On Rick's frozen note, though, I'd like to say something about. We were talking about SHOT Show for a second there. We just found out that my company that I work for, Gearfire, we have a booth this year at SHOT Show. So that's pretty big.
Nice.
First floor.
Nice.
First floor right when you come in the door.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
Good. I'll be over there.
I'll be at SHOT.
Yeah. Are you gonna be old enough to drink?
No.
Damn it, Jesse.
Freaking last year, dude, I was taking a final on the day of SHOT Show, so my dad wouldn't let me go. Isn't that BS?
No, it's not BS. You need to take your finals.
I could have took them when I got back.
I'm gonna tell Jimmy that we need to have a you need to like keep your grades up to maintain team out of ball.
Oh, I'm not school anymore though.
Oh, I thought it was funny.
That's all right though.
Rick, what's up with your internet, bro?
It's just it's messing up worse than it has ever, really. Go figure.
Comcast? How about it's Comcast?
Comcast. And I tell you what, I'm not going to bash it. I mean, our other location where I usually do this from, they do good. But for some reason, here, you know, like I said, last couple weeks ago, wherever it was, for example, the JP Enterprises, I think it froze once in the beginning, and the rest of the time was fine.
I don't want to get geeky with you, Rick, but do you know what your speed is?
Right now, I couldn't tell you here, but
no. Do you know what the speed is that you pay for?
No, here at this location, I do not know that answer.
Okay, all right. You should check that out because I pay for 70 megabits a second from my. I don't have cable TV. I just have cable internet.
Well, to get oh wow, I joined this call automatically somehow. Interesting.
There you go.
It's funny that it shows that because my computer's not back into it yet. And it did it again. It popped in and popped out on its own. Weird technology.
When's your guys' next 3-gun match out there, Rick?
We have one coming up. I want to say it's October 30th. It's the last one we're going to have.
Damn it.
I
There's the
know.
last one before it snows.
Next
Dude.
year, Ryan, next year we're going to have a whole bunch of them. There's
All right, good.
I saw the dates. I think there's, instead of being 4, I think there's like 6 or 8 or something.
All right, well, I want to come out for that. But if you can bail on that match and come out to Arizona for that weekend, we're doing the my buddies that own We Plead the Second are putting on Shockwave in the Desert Part 3 the weekend of Halloween out here in Arizona. So if any of you guys can make it out here, it's a good time. I'll be out there working it and flying the drone and doing some 3-gun demonstration kind of stuff.
I think
But,
it'll be there.
Oh, well, I guess I'm not going to Chicago that weekend then.
Yeah,
Wow.
come down to Shockwave, man. It's down at Cowtown.
Explain. I saw that Countdown range. It looks pretty awesome from the pictures and videos I've seen. Here's my question.
Cowtown's cool.
What? Tell us more about what this event is.
Shockwave in the Desert. Well, it started with the guys that own We Plead the Second, getting a bunch of people together a few years ago and going out in the desert and doing basically a machine gun shoot. And it kind of blossomed into a bigger one last year. And I think there was about 1,000 or 1,500 attendees. And this year it's even bigger. There's going to be more. There's going to be more vendors, more machine guns. It's kind of like a bunch of people hanging out at Cowtown with vendors and a bunch of people with machine guns that you can pay a couple bucks to shoot their stuff. And we go into the night. This is actually
Like
going to be
Sandy. Like Big Sandy.
Yeah, kind of, but different. This year it's a 2-day format. But last year, like at the end of at the end of Shockwave, they handed out a bunch of tracers to everyone that was still there, and everyone lined up, and we all just shot tracers at this mountain. And they had a car set up. I was shooting the car with slugs at like 200 yards. Everyone thought that was kind of cool because no one had seen someone shoot multiple slugs at a vehicle before. But, lots of cool stuff, man. I think the guys will be out there with that remote control 30-mile-an-hour RC car robot. They put tannerite on. You can shoot at it and all sorts of fun stuff.
I think I'm coming down, Ryan. So
Yeah,
We'll
come
have
stay
to-
with me, dude.
that's how I was thinking about if I could stay with you. And what day is it?
I got a guest bed full of cat hair with your name on it, dude.
Oh, dude, I love it.
It's
You have cats too?
I have a cat.
Okay, a cat. You have a cat and a lizard and a beard.
I have a cat, a lizard, and a wife.
Oh,
Oh, is that too?
Let me get the. I'll get the link. I'll post it in the YouTube chat.
Oh, that's funny. I have a dog. I have dog hair.
Speaking of which, who knows? Maybe I'll somehow end up with a dog this weekend. Switching gears on the subject, I guess, a little bit. We might be heading out of state after the bullpup shoot this weekend, which I don't know if I got a chance to mention that because this whole internet thing getting messed up. That's why I'm using the phone to dial into this. Which, if I don't get my internet back, I won't be able to end the show apparently until it ends in hours. So it's gonna go and go. But no, actually, I had a cousin that I don't know. It's actually probably going on close to 2 months. That had a puppy or a dog that was going to have puppies in a few weeks later or whatever. So there's probably a bunch of puppies up there waiting. I probably can grab one if I want one.
Nice.
But I don't know if we're going to do that or not. We were talking about it.
Oh, dude, YouTube's lame. I tried to post the link to Shockwave in the Desert in the YouTube chat, and it says, "Oops, remove any web addresses and try again."